Welcome back, traders. If we are back and we are going to talk about the bullseye indicators. So you probably just got done with the video on the wave. We went through the settings there so that you could get a sense of how that could help you trade to get into and out of a trade with profit. Now, trading is subjective and so are the indicators as well as the strategies that you use. You have to find something that works for you. And so what we've done is we've created the bullseye indicator to help you do that as well. So let's get into the settings. You could see that I have nothing really on the bullseye identified as yes yet. So all the customizations are turned off. The only thing that you have is the trending label. That's a default on the bullseye. And what the trending label does is it helps you identify if the market or that ticker is trending or not. So you could see on a 1 hour we are trending. However, if I move this to a day chart, you could see on a longer term time frame, we're basically here in this chop zone. And so you could see it says non-trending on a day chart. However, if you were an intraday trader using a 5-minute chart, you could see that this is saying trending, and it has been trending in a higher direction. So let's get some extra customizations up on the bullseye, and we'll turn the arrows on and let's see what that does. And you could see now as we cross above the 0, we are getting a green arrow. And so you just want to make sure that when you get a green arrow that you check this bull wave label out to make sure that it says bull wave. If it says bear wave, it could still be a fake out. And so you are really waiting for the green bull wave to come. With the green arrow gives you nice confirmation that we are going to be going in an uptrend. And as you can see, we did. Okay, so we have now the arrow identified. And we're going to just start going through these. We're going to go through the background. And you could see just like on the wave, this is now giving you a nice visual representation of the trend that we are in right here. So this is a nice visualization of that. If we go over to a day chart, you could see on a day chart, right, we're non-trending. We're just in a chop zone down here for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that should help you identify based on the time chart that you're utilizing to trade, right? Because I may be using a 5-minute, someone's doing swing trades on a daily, somebody may be doing longer term trades, intraday trading on a 15-minute chart, and that's how that could help you. Okay, so that is the trend cloud. Let's see here. Show extended hours. Okay, no biggie. We have a target multiplier. So, when we talk about average true range, this is defaulted on 1, but you can adjust this to where you want. And that target multiplier really comes into uh, really means something when you're using the primary target. So let's say show entry and stop loss and show the primary targets. All right, so this is for a trader that likes an identifier, a visual identifier of the average true range targets that you're looking at, okay? Now, the other thing that I want to put on here is the bubbles. And the reason is because those are going to actually give you show target bubbles. All right, let's do that. Excellent. So now you could see show target bubbles. What is this giving you? Well, it's giving you, hey, you should buy a call. You could see where that says call 3841. You could see where it gives you your stop loss. And it gives you 3 targets. Now this is coming up to the 3rd target. So if you're trading, as an example of the trading styles, I don't like targets because targets to me, then in my mind, right, it's psychological, is identifying to me that I'm waiting for the next target. And there's no guarantee that the next target is going to happen. However, you could also utilize these targets that if number 3 target doesn't get hit and you bump down to the number 1 target, at least you know where that's at. So then you could say, hey, wait a minute. We didn't continue to the 3rd target. we drop down to the one target, which means that we may be going lower, right? So you could get out of your trade and wait till you start trending back up, etc. So what you can do here, though, is that if this breaks through the third target and you want more targets, we could go back to our setup here and customize this and say, okay, we have the primary targets on, but we now want the extended targets on. So we hit yes and apply. And then now you could see an extra 3 targets apply. Now, the way that you get this, by the way, on your chart to the right-hand side is you actually need room here, right? And so if you go to your chart settings and you go to your time axis, you could see where it says expanded area. I have this on 10. So that allows me then to see nice, the target setup, real giving you some room, some breathing room there so you could see those targets line up really nice. And then this also, when we go into customization, you can also see that we also have an alerts on here as well. So depending on the time frame, it will alert you when something's happening. So let's see if we can find something that there is an alert. There you go, on a 1 hour chart. And what is that alert telling us on a 1 hour? Well, all you got to do is go to your messages. You're going to go up down to your last message, and you can see it says on a 20-day 1 hour chart, the ES is saying closing above the zero line, crossing above the zero line is what it says, crossing above the zero. So that typically means a fresh, right? A fresh cross, and we have a bull wave on the 1 hour. And you could see that the bullseye is indicating 3868 is actually an entry point. And I always like to give a little buffer just in case there's some consolidation in that zone. So, you know, I might say 3870, I might jump in on a 1 hour chart because we are right there on a buy zone. All right, and what's the stop loss? 3849. So I'm certainly hoping that this visual identifier for the bullseye helps you in your trading, and the whole purpose is to get into and out of a trade with profit. And we'll see you in the next video.